Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 26th of October 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to use a universal tarot today. Before I look at the cards, I just want to apologize in regard to yesterday's reading. I said it was the Nine of Cups and it's actually the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about hopes and dreams being realized, the pub landlord, and the Ten of Cups is even more solid than that. It's living your dream. It's everything around you is working. Everything you ever wanted has become manifest and you're really happy. So in yesterday's reading, and I know obviously it's a little bit late now, but the Nine of Cups actually being the Ten of Cups underlined the point even more. So that has happened, I think, and it's happened recently like 3 times. So I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use cards that actually have the numbers written on them, like here. And if I use cards that don't have the numbers written, I'm just going to have to be quiet for a minute and count the numbers properly and pay attention because I can't talk and count at the same time, apparently. That's one of my limitations that I've now noticed. So please excuse me. I'm going to do it. I'll pay much more attention to it. And if there are gaps and moments of silence, you'll be able to hear me counting in my head. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about Wednesday and what energy you'll be working with. I also hope you've had a really good time during this eclipse. It's a really amazing opportunity to let go of things that don't serve us. So if you want more information on that, have a look at the video on the eclipse. The influence lasts for about 6 months. So here we've got death, which makes sense because death is about an ending and a new beginning. And we're in this period now with the new moon in Scorpio being an eclipse, astrology-wise. It's very much about letting go of the old and ushering in the new. And this card is echoing that sentiment. So it's saying we still have this opportunity right now to work with. So if there's anything that's bothering in your life and it's impossible to let it go, try again today. You may be surprised at yourself that something internally has shifted. You know, if we're like this about certain things in life, obsessed and compulsive, yeah, sometimes you can address that and do something about it. But other times, the claw kind of lets go by itself. So just check in with yourself where you're at. Oh, wow, great. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse. The Three of Swords this way around is heartbreak, loss, and betrayal. It's despair. In reverse, it's the opposite. Again, it's healing. But what? Betrayal is loyalty and trust. Heartbreak, opposite of that is love. Heartbreak, loss, and betrayal. And loss, the opposite of that is gaining something new. So this says to me that something new may appear, a new cycle is likely to begin when it comes to what makes your heart beat faster. Whether that's another person or whether that's something you absolutely fall in love with, an activity, a job, a place that you've always wanted to go. This is the opportunity, and this isn't actual death. It's a representation of an ending and a new beginning. And that is going to then happen internally. So look at what is healed, where you don't need to engage with anymore. And the message I'm getting is, what have you outgrown? That's, I think, a good question to ask. What have I outgrown and what don't I need anymore? In my experience, the fewer things we need to live and to be happy, the freer we are because we're not dependent on anything. And then finally, we've got the Knight of Pentacles who appeared recently. So this indecision, should I, shouldn't I, that's still there. So that's something that complicates this. If I'm starting a new cycle and I go, should I, shouldn't I, maybe, maybe not, that's going to slow the whole thing down. Or it could be, because the court cards appear as people sometimes, could be that you're really raring to go. And then you meet someone or you run into someone who's like really difficult to deal with because they just can't make a decision one way or the other. And it holds you up. So my suggestion then with this, because this is the big warning of the day and these are the benefits, look at as much as you can, and obviously if you're working, then that's something that'll need to be taken care of. But if you do have any spare time on this day, then it's the personal side of things that's really highlighted. Love, relationships, what it is you love, whether you love your work or not. And because this is the Knight of Pentacles, I think the indecision and the lack of progress that may irritate you will appear in the area of your working life, of your practical circumstances. So practical circumstances, I mean things like the roof is leaking, right? You've ordered the guys to put new tiles on, but the tile shipment is delayed. So now you've got to live another week with the buckets underneath the leaky roof, and you want to start, you've got everything together, you've got everything organized, but circumstances outside of yourself are delayed, they're not moving. And if something like that happens on this day, please don't be overly surprised, and then shift gears if you can and focus on the personal stuff, because that's where good new beginnings will happen. If you don't have the opportunity and all you can focus on this day is work and your practical circumstances and the environment, this is Earth, then my suggestion would be, with the Knight of Pentacles being indecisive, usually people are indecisive because they feel like they have to gather more information before they can make the right decision. So rather than looking at this person and saying, hey, listen, stop dilly-dallying around and get on with it, look at this situation and get as much information as you can, because that's what I feel is missing, the right information. Because this knight, he's standing on the side of a battlefield. He's looking at, when should I join? When should I hold back? What's wisest here? So he's actually trying really hard to make a good decision. And this being swords, air, ideas, thinking, extra research and getting all the information is going to help you resolve this thing in work that isn't shifting. And the key thing is to keep at it and to not delay it for another day. If it has to be done, get the information and you'll be able to decide one way or the other. Okay, I'm gonna not act on this, or I will. It's the right time, I've got all the information, this is what I've decided to do. Okay, so the Death card is a major arcana card. That's the fundamental theme. So what new beginning do you want to have? What new thing do you want to bring into your life? What's important to you? And where can you use that energy? The message of this card is that you are much more healed than you realize. If 3 swords are being stuck in this heart when the card is this way around and it's raining, then when it's upside down, the swords are pulled out and the heart is healed and it's sunshine, and this guy is having a good time down there. So this is really encouraging. If you feel discouraged or afraid that you're going to get hurt again, maybe you don't want to take a risk, or you've tried to find the ideal job that you love and you've tried 5 different things and none of them have worked, and you're now a little bit reluctant to say, oh God, really, should I try this again? I've been so disappointed. I just can't face another disappointment. Then the cards are saying, yeah, actually you can. You're a lot more resilient than you realize. And if you try again, sooner or later, you will find that one of these things does work out. Look at it as a numbers game, really, and try to take the emotion out of it. Look at the information, what works, what doesn't work, and then take practical action. And the Death card, or New Life card in this case, as I would call it, then supports you in those actions. And I was going to say, not only can you decide, get to the decision, but also you can rely on the fact that this is a good decision. Because next step for the Knight of Pentacles is being the king. And the king in the tarot is, or in my way of thinking, is elected. People say, you're good, you make good decisions, we'll put you on the throne. He isn't there because of some birthright. That thing about the court cards and the kings and the knights, that's likely to change, but really that's the message I'm getting today, that he is on the right track. He's heading in the direction of the king, and you can trust that it is safe to make a decision. But inform yourself if you find that difficult. Number-wise, okay, 13 and 3 is 16, and 1 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8, and 8 is strength. So it's this card again. You're a lot stronger than you realize. You've healed a lot more than you realize. I heard something about a broken heart the other day. What was it? A broken heart is the one that's let the light in or something and that can really love. I don't know where I got that from, but to me, it's kind of rationalizing that heartbreak is useful in some way. And it's saying, if your heart is broken, you have much more compassion and you're able to love properly than if you've never been hurt and you love that way. I suppose it's more superficial. I suppose you don't realize how lucky you are because you've never been hurt. So it's that whole duality thing again. Okay, so I hope you have a great day. What new beginning is on the horizon for you here? Please pursue that. You'll be very pleased, I feel. I hope you have a great time here. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. I combine all three. So if you have any questions about what new beginning is best for you right now, or relationships, or what's coming up in future, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.